Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2, where we're going to make one last check on this spot where the inventory upgrade should have been. We are not aware of exactly what is causing the inventory upgrade from being selectable or acquirable. It's acquisition. Wait a second. I think I know why the game is bugged and won't let me pick up the inventory upgrade. The game still thinks the box is closed. It is allowing me to look at the place where the lock used to be. And that is why it will not let me pick up the item inside of it, because the game still thinks it is closed. That's my theory. And I'm sticking to it wholeheartedly and will defend it to the grave. No, I'm not going to stick it to that much. We need to go to the police station. The sheriff's station is right up there. Because we need to talk to Alan Wake. And we need to shine our flashlight on everybody we pass by during this golden hour. Is the golden hour sunset or sunrise? I never actually learned that one.
Crazy things in my life.
Seems a tad golden right now. If you know what hour is the golden one, just let me know in the comments below. Ah, yes.
Power's out. Always a good sign.
Blood on the floor. Yes. I'm hoping Estevez is okay. We only just met her.
There's Taken inside. Holding cells. Is that where they're keeping Wake? Door's locked, though.
What shall we replace in our inventory? Shall we switch to the shotgun already, or stick with the pistol until otherwise? Let's stick with the pistol until otherwise. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Nope, we already read this.
Anyone here?
I'm here, in the closet.
Oh, hello? Where's the closet?
Agent Estevez? Is that you?
Anderson?
Oh,
Can I tell you
Estevez,
something?
she's okay.
Looks like it's a good thing I didn't.
Looks like. My leg's busted, so I'm gonna need your help. Listen, there is a person out there with you invaded by something that we call the Shadow, and if you don't...
Taken. Yeah, I'll handle it.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Ah, that was bad. There we go. Much better.
That leg doesn't look good.
Feels even worse. But thanks for saving the rest of me. We should talk.
Okay. What happened here?
What happened here?
Where to fucking start? We came to check out a system alert at Cauldron Lake, but it's worse than we could handle. Real boondoggle.
Oh yeah,
Police,
genuine
my own
boondoggle.
agents, most were invaded before we could even react.
What is the FBC doing here?
What did the FBC come here to do?
Bright Falls is the site of a recurring Altered World event. The Shadow is stronger than we expected. We're low on resources. Problems at HQ.
Yep, I know about
We do
that
have
one.
equipment for dealing with the shaded threat. We were just caught off guard before we could set it up.
Have you seen my partner?
Have you found my partner, Agent Casey?
Yeah, we found him. Out in the woods. He had a close encounter with the Shadow, and it did something to him.
Is he okay?
He's alive. We took him down to the morgue for an examination. Haven't heard anything since the attack.
I'm looking for Wake.
Where is Wake? I know what's going on here. Wake can fix this.
Alan Wake is a para-utilitarian. The word's a mouthful, so you know it's serious. We
Okay,
have him locked up in the holding cells per protocol.
Are you
He's
going-
connected to the Shadow in some way?
are you going to get an explanation as to what who a paratolitarian is?
Estevez, I need to see Wake. How do I get into the cell block?
Okay. Protocols don't mean that much at this point anyway. Don't make me regret this, Anderson. Until the power's back on, the door to the holding cells won't open. There's a fuse box downstairs in the basement. Here. You'll need these keys.
Back into the morgue, huh?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Any more dialogue options? We have exhausted them all. Let's take a look at the case board so that she can stop talking to us about the case board. Still can't even use those. Let's see. Rhyme found in watery. Also in watery. And watery again. Can't do anything with that. Fact versus fiction? Nope. Wake in the clicker. Somehow... Oh, there we go. The station has been attacked. The FBC locked Wake in holding cells. They believe he is connected to the Shadow presence, which he is. The fuse box was in the basement. Let's see, well, we won't be able to open the cell doors.
The cell door won't open without power.
Cell block door is locked. Okay, so now can I use these? No. Okay. Okay. This is unfortunate. It would have been real nice to get that inventory upgrade. But we'll deal. Even if it means making 100 trips. To the save room.
Did you read me, Anderson?
I read you. Have you had our frequency this entire time?
Eavesdropping is a big part of the job. But no, I got it from your partner. Anderson, look for a fuse to replace the blown out one in the fuse box. That should get the power going again.
Yeah. On it.
Now, in theory, Alex Casey is down there somewhere. Bullets, excellent. We could always use those. Now we can actually go into this room. Just a tad dark.
Another locked box.
Is it 1, 4, 6? Like the number of sides or lines? There we go. Good job, me. I can figure out like one puzzle or so. All right. Let's move you over here. Let's quick slot you over. Oh no, you're good there. So that we can actually use these items that we're picking up. Shall we go over to maintenance? This looks like it is a save room. Excellent. All right. All right, let's move out one of these. Attack stagger enemies more often or increase effective. I think I like the attack stagger more often. I feel like that actually is going to help me more. Then can I save my game in this room despite its poor lighting? The answer is yes. We have finally moved on from Return 5 to Return 6. I feel like we were on Return 5 for a very long time. But mostly because like I did a lot of the side activity during that time too. Alex? You okay there? You can hold on for like 2 more seconds so I could pick up items.
Stay the fuck!
Casey! Is that you?
Anderson?
Hold your fire! I'm coming in.
Okay, let's see how Casey is doing. Seems okay. He's just hiding it behind a fort. Alex Casey, FBI. Subject seems physically weakened with some confusion about his whereabouts and events. Concussion? Similar symptoms to those becoming shaded individuals. Exposure to the shadow is suspected, but not confirmed. Physical wounds are minimal, light abrasions, possible mild concussion. 7:30. Continued observation shows no sign of increased aggression in subject. Subject remains aware and coherent. A starkly different progression than other victims. Reasons for exceptional result unknown. Less severe exposure, subject resilience, intentionality on Shadow's part, requires further examination / testing. You okay? Also?
Hey, Anderson. Like what I've done with the place?
Yeah, nice fort.
Could use a bit more light.
Ah. Also, I must say, it is this very, very sad day that I'm recording this, as the actor who does the voice of Alex Casey, who has done the voice of Max Payne, the diver, Trench, Mr. James McCaffrey, passed away. So long, sir. You are a legend. Are you okay?
How are you holding up?
Don't give me that worried look, Anderson. It's a flesh wound. Gave me a chance to have a nice chat about ex-wives with Kieran. Agent Estevez, I mean.
Making new friends, huh? I'm jealous. Are you sure?
Are
you're
you
okay?
drinking coffee
Yeah,
with other
fine.
people?
What's the situation on your end?
Are you okay, actually?
I can tell something is wrong. What's happening to Casey?
I'm a goner. Swell. A shadow crawling under my skin. In my head. Call my ex. Tell her I'm sorry. Terminal case, Casey.
Something is wrong with him. He's hurt worse than he says. He's scared.
What happened back at the hotel?
What happened at the hotel?
Wake was telling the truth about the cult being after him. That thing, the dark presence, it's real too. I saw it. A fucked up monster cloud. Wake tried to warn me.
The smoke monster
knocked me
from
out.
Lost, yes.
SBC found me in the woods later.
I have a lot to tell you.
Watery turned out to be a good lead. Found the clicker and the cult. But the horror story's changing reality. Like Wake said it would. Logan, she's, the story claims she died here. But we can stop it.
Wait, Saga. What do you, Logan is gone. She has been. For a long time.
Casey's affected by the horror story too. I'm fighting for them all now.
Don't worry, Casey. I'll fix this.
I'm gonna fix this, Casey. You, Logan, all of it. I just need to get the power back on first.
Yeah, give him hell, Anderson. Just remember, some things in life can't be fixed with a light switch. As for the power problem, here. I found a fuse on those poor bastards there.
Oh, all right.
I'll take care of it. Stay put, Casey. I'll let you know when it's safe.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, all right. We can just slap it in right here. A one-stop
Anderson.
destination.
Good news, bad news.
Oh,
You can get to the cell block now, but the shaded hostiles that were in there are on the loose.
Thanks for the heads up.
oh my. Aha! Nope. I changed the quick slot, forgot about it.
More coming down.
Oh, they're actually coming to me.
Blood, water! Stranger!
Not good.
Dreams!
Okay. I'm not a big fan of any enemy that just straight up disappears.
Anticipation mixed with fear!
Reload, please.
Dear just around the corner!
Situation is under control, Estevez. Coming back up.
All right.
I'll wait here.
All right. Good job, us. Oh, yeah. Why are the items packed so far in the back there? Why must I... Ugh. Who did... There we go. Wow. Now I'm just making a mess around these parts. No, I don't actually need to worry about that. Oh, there actually isn't that much down here. It seemed like there was more. But there was less. But that's fine. Anyway, we've already been to the evidence room. Now we can save our game within a well-lit room. Let's actually put that flare away. And I've yet to use any of these rocket flares. Like, I probably should just try it out in the next, like, big fight. Just to see how it does, like, against one of these, like, double torso enemies. Or those big guys with the big shovels, tools, whatever it is they're carrying on their persons. Just so at least I could try it out. So I could see how well it works. Estevez, he's still in there?
Anderson, over here.
Oh no, you moved. You relocated.
Behind the counter.
Yep, I see you. Are you gonna, like,
Hello,
put a
French
tourniquet on that? Can the FBC send backup?
Is the FBC sending any help?
We were the help.
No.
Well, us in the lake house. But we still have Bureau gear specifically engineered to fight this threat. It's stored in the backlot. We were setting it up when the Taken interrupted us. We have light arrays, a containment cell, etc., etc. We are not out of this fight yet.
About the lake house.
What's at the lake house?
It's a Bureau research facility at Cauldron Lake set up to study the effects of this AWE. When I got into town, I went there for backup. The whole station is lost, taken by the Shadow. Lost a lot of agents. Barely got out myself.
What's going on?
I had a hell of a time avoiding those Taken. Ended up back here. Anyway, I wanted to warn you that we have the Koskela brothers in the cells as well. They're the ringleaders of the cult of the tree.
I know.
Don't let your guard down.
Wish me luck.
According to the luck and probability department, it's statistically bad luck to wish people good luck during a crisis.
Thanks.
Yes. Wait, can I knock over this chair? No, I can just shift it around a bit. Okay. Let's see. We are still up there. We cannot get... Actually, hold on. Nothing. It's like this drawer had nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Saga! Fucking FBI, FBC, you government fucks all fucking this up for us! Let us the fuck out!
You're the leaders of the cult. You're not going anywhere.
Wake will ruin everything. Get rid of him, Saga! You fucking shot me! Typical government stooge. Let me out so I can kill him, that fucker! You come to our town and act like you know what you're dealing with, but you have no fucking idea! Let us out! You can't stop it, none of you can. We can take care of this. We've been preparing for this.
Oh, there's a manuscript page.
Agent Young held his clipboard up to the light. The equipment was all accounted for. He ticked the boxes, satisfied. A noise on the other side of the back lot made him pause. He peered into the darkness. Nothing. Shrugging, he signed and dated the form. Estevez wanted everything ready, just in case. Young appreciated a cautious leader. Estevez had held it together even after the oldest house had gone dark. Young began to head inside. The local sheriff's station was a tight fit, but at least they had a coffee machine. Young felt optimistic. They even had the para-utilitarian in custody already. Another clatter behind him. Closer this time. He turned, hand on his holster. He called out to the darkness.
This station has been seized by the Federal Bureau of Control. You're not authorized to be here.
Suddenly, the lights flickered, went off. Young couldn't see a thing. Then from inside the station, the screams began.
A para-utilitarian. How does Alan Wake know what a para-utilitarian is? How does he know about control? But yeah, like, the FBC, like the oldest house, didn't exactly, even after you finish the game, I don't remember whether or not the oldest house is still under lockdown. Or it's just crisis averted, but we're still under damage control. Anything? Any dialogues? Monologues? Logs?
I don't have the key.
Saga,
Oh, it's Wake.
do you have it?
You and I need to talk.
You wrote Logan into the story. You told me yourself. From the dark place.
Listen, Scratch is coming. He's close. He's almost here.
My daughter is dead because of you. She's a child. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm trying to fix this. I will fix this. I'll save everyone, but we're running out of time. I need the clicker.
I guess this is where things go wrong, I think.
I have the clicker. You will fix this. You will save my daughter. Promise me.
Yes, I promise. But we're out of time. Hurry!
Don't fucking give it to him! Get him! He's a fucking monster, Saga! There it is.
No, Yako! Well, that's how Mr. Scratch killed everybody.
It's Scratch. He was pretending to be Wake. The plan is fucked. Estevez, come in. Scratch is here. How do I stop him?
Bad news. The containment unit isn't prepped, but the light array should affect him.
How do I activate the lights?
I can turn them on from here, but you need to prime the 3 power cores first. The glowing FBC generator cubes.
Okay. Okay,
He's too fast.
did I get that?
I need more time. I found the lights. How do I activate them?
I can turn them on from here, but you need to prime the 3 power cores first. The
I'm
glowing
aware of
FBC
this.
Generator cubes.
Got one.
All right.
2 more to go.
Okay.
There must be a way to slow him down.
I noticed there were some boxes of stuff. I feel like I should have brought more of those.
He's too fast.
Okay, just do enough damage to him. Got it.
Another core activated.
Only 1 left. Doing great.
There we go. Think we're good?
Scratcher's here. He'll be back. What the fuck do we do now?
That is an excellent question. All right. You okay there? Sorry about Yako.
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Jaco was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
Time to come clean about the cult.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult?
Exactly. Ah.
Protect water in Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
How long has the cult been operating?
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just named it half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
Why go after Alan Wake?
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing. Not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
I'm sure of all things, like Bright Falls, it probably especially hates Alan Wake as a writer. With the exception of Rose. Let us move you out of the way. Ooh, I can profile Wake.
I assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was. Ilmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
Interesting camera placement when it's just facing her directly, and there's the deer antlers behind her, and it's almost as if like they're projecting from the sides of her own head.
If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time. Wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a
See,
Taken
like right
because
now.
The Bookers interrupted their ritual.
All right, case board. Nope. Oh my gosh. I've got too much. There we go. I've got too much on this board. Ilmo, he's never heard of Scratch.
Doesn't make sense.
Why do they want to kill Oh, alright. The cult found Wake's pages inside Taken, believed he was the cause.
Doesn't look right.
Their goal is to protect the community. Deduction available. Ritual was meant to destroy Taken, not create them. Scratch or Wake. Wake is trapped in the dark place. Where is the real Alan Wake?
Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps.
Does this mean I'm going to have to try to find another overlap? But I've found all the overlaps that Alan has found.
Yes.
Scratch wanted the same thing as Wake, the clicker. Fact versus fiction? No. The story? The FBC brought powerful light arrays to subdue the Taken.
The dark presence is vulnerable against bright light.
Against.
At least that makes sense.
And cult stash in Bright Falls. There we go. All right, let's see how Casey's doing. How's
Scratch is Wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window.
Oh, you got bandages on your
How could
leg.
we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
Turns out the cult was fighting Taken.
So the cult of the tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing's what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other. Too many versions of the truth.
I can't believe he fooled us.
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. Had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it. Wake's. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
Well, like Scratch kind of exists out of Alan Wake's anger. I can't wait to put this case behind us.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson.
Excellent.
Partners to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
Ah, yep, I see it now too. Who are we profiling? Scratch. Oh, hold on.
Scratch was pretending to be Wake, manipulating me. What does he want from me?
Okay, so the game crashed. let's see if we can save our game in between some of these
Scratch is
dialogues.
Wake's double. He tricked us.
All right, saving our game before we look at the Scratch profile. You know, it is a little disappointing that there are as many bugs in this game, or maybe I'm just encountering the same bug over and over again in regards to the game crashing, but I would say the game has crashed like enough times that I would require both hands to count. Not to mention the inventory bag bug. It's one of those things. It's like, on one hand, like you could if you buy a game when it launches, you're one of the first people to experience it. On the other hand, you're also going to be one of the few people. You're going to be experiencing the game in its least polished released form. Although that's something to be said in regards to game testing in general, is no matter how many game testers you have at your studio, no matter how many hours of time they put, the first day that game is available for people to play, it will have been tested by more people for more time than the entire studio. And with a game this large, like, how do you find all of the bugs while patching up everything as you're running with builds that aren't complete? So, again, a little disappointing, but we will deal. I mean, at least I can keep playing it, unlike Starfield. Glaring at you, Starfield. Scratch! What do you want?
Scratch was pretending to be Wake.
Let's try that again.
Manipulating me. What does he want from me? No. I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
That's interesting. Like, he's able to kind of channel himself into Saga's mind place. The battle to regain... Memory loss. The battle to regain your mind by Arthur Tapp. Wait. Hold on. I have a feeling this is how you unlock the shotgun over there. And I know I'm going to... overthink this. As I always do. Memory loss, battle to regain your mind. Revolution for the brain. UFO part 1, part 2, and part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 is by author Quincy. Okay, hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. J is 0 again. K is 1. L is 2. M is 3. N is 4. O is 5. P is 6. Q is 7. I have to probably write this down so that I don't forget and then have to do it again. So 7... Batson, oh, that's easy. 2. Westmore. Son of a... Let's see. So I said Q is 7. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. I don't. Do I have to go all the way? I don't have to go all the way to Y, X, Y, Z. 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. Code is 723.
I'm sure Sheriff Breaker wouldn't mind me borrowing this.
Is it because it was in a non-combat situation that it just disappeared? You know, awfully convenient that I happen to have no shells in my double-barreled shotgun. Do I have a shoebox anywhere near here? Son of a bitch. That's fine. I could probably get to one easily enough. The lake house has been compromised. Cause unknown. The incident was visually confirmed by Agent Estevez when she visited the facility to make contact with Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont, heads of operations of the lake house. The facility itself is reported to be in damaged state, with no living staff found during a brief search. A longer search was not possible due to an active AWE in the area requiring all available resources. Investigation containment not possible with current personnel. Emergency dispatch of a response and rescue staff is requested. The investigation department has no knowledge of the lake house's recent research or projects due to worsening communication and cooperation since HQ went dark. I think I already read this. Can I... Oh. Okay, this is maybe new? In 2010, writer and suspected para-utilitarian Alan Wake was reported to have disappeared into Cauldron Lake, a known threshold site. 3 years later, a small group responsible for multiple killings was arrested in New York City by federal investigators. The murders were recreations of deaths found in the writing of Alan Wake. Investigators' interrogations with the murderers revealed they saw Wake as a sort of prophet, describing themselves as his cult, and considered his novels to be sacred texts. As Wake was missing at the time, it's unlikely he had any personal involvement with the cult. At least there's no evidence supporting the idea. Soon after, the New York cult was detained. An organization known as the Cult of the Tree began operating around Cauldron Lake, the same area Wake disappeared. This is now the second organization branding themselves as a cult with a direct physical connection to Alan Wake, operating the location he was last seen in. I propose that this is not a coincidence, and would like permission to search for a link between Wake and the Cult of the Tree. Alright, let's save our game, just in case.
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
Alright, got any useful intel for me?
So tell me what I'm missing. The
Ooh.
FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this.
Wow, that is a
Bad news,
delayed
it's highly classified.
achievement.
Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go team.
You're the sheriff. How about making me your deputy?
The horror story's changing.
Bonus
reality.
points if you know what
It made
that's
it so
from.
My daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
Okay, now I just wanted an adventure about Alex Casey and Agent Estevez. Like buddy cops to the end. It's too late. I'm now sad again. Fan fiction? Fan fiction. Well, at least until I find out how this story actually ends for...
This is the kind of case my ex hated. The ones that might kill me.
That's funny. The cases that might kill me were my ex's favorite.
Ah, see what I'm talking about? All right. Mr. Wake, you have been taken into FBC custody and will receive an in-depth interrogation at a later date. But for now, I need to ask if there is anything you can tell us regarding the incident at the hotel. Anything we may need to know. There's a force here you don't understand, a presence. It's after me. It wants to consume me, consume everything. Yes, you mentioned this dark presence before. Why does it want you? It feeds on artists, on the art they create. It wants me because of my writing, but it can be any form of art, any artistic expression, music, painting, film, photography. It can feed on any of it. All of it. You have to believe me. We're well aware of this entity, Mr. Wake. We've been tracking the situation here for a long time now. You yourself have been on our radar for over a decade. I'm sure those nuts in the research department are just going to love checking you out. Hey, make a note to redact that before submission. Let's get back on track. You mentioned a light switch earlier. Where is it now? I don't know, but I need it. I can't end this without it. Will you help me get it? Mr. Wake, you are in custody, pending charges for breaching of numerous federal violation codes. We are not going to give you a suspected paranatural object. You're not listening to me. We're listening just fine. Now, do you have any accomplices? You. Let me the out of here. It's coming for you, for me. We're all in danger. Interview is terminated due to the subject being uncooperative.
Wake isn't the first person the Dark Presence disguised itself as.
Nope. It also disguised itself as Barbara Jaeger. Redacted and Redacted, both present during the AWE, reported seeing a woman named Barbara Jaeger in Bright Falls. At the time, Jaeger is a former actress and Bright Falls resident who emigrated with the filmmaker Thomas Zane from Finland and was reported to have drowned in Cauldron Lake during a redacted AWE in 1970. Research staff have concluded that Jaeger's appearance is likely a case of the shadow manifesting in human form. Research is ongoing as to the nature of the connection between the shadow and the psychophysical signatures available for it to mimic. Current hypotheses are the shadow can only manifest as artists or individuals tangentially involved in the creation of art who have operated within a certain physical range of Cauldron Lake. The shadow can manifest as any individual contained within Cauldron Lake. Research is actively ongoing.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
Deployment order situation. At approximately 1900 hours on the 13th of September 2023, readings from a remote surveillance unit monitoring Cauldron Lake, a known threshold to what researchers theorize is the origin dimension of A040, the shadow, past acceptable limits. Attempts to contact FBC research facility WA-03, codename the Lake House, were unsuccessful. On-site event verification is not possible. Response procedures are initiated with immediate effect. Lead Agent K. Estevez will mobilize an investigation unit beta from the remote operations site at Redacted. All available shadow-specific equipment, Lot 4-11B, has been approved for use in the field. Objectives: to confirm an active event. If an active AWE is occurring, the dispatch team will identify its nature and severity, limit exposure, and attempt to contain or neutralize the source. If no event is active, check monitoring equipment, perform a limited profile sweep of the area, and check status of the lake house and staff. Additional information. Relevant operatives in the area include Cult of the Tree, Redacted, and Alan Wake, currently missing. Who is Redacted? Who is the redacted individual still operating in the area?
What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
I feel like she should have been asking that a long time ago. Item classification, summary of findings, description / para-utility. Based on reports, the item is a light switch from a lamp cord with part of the severed cord still attached. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the item possesses the ability to alter reality, the changes being based on redacted when used by a capable para-utilitarian. Parsing this item's effects from that of the Cauldron Lake threshold responsible for recurring AWEs in the area is difficult because the only reported uses of the item have occurred near this threshold. Without more data, we cannot confirm if the item intensifies the effects of the threshold or vice versa, or if there is no connection whatsoever. Recorded material from Dr. Hartman after becoming a redacted, who we fought during the DLC of Control, have revealed that Alan Wake eliminated Barbara Jaeger, likely a physical manifestation of a redacted, by inserting the light switch into its chest and flicking the switch. The item is confirmed to have been used in 2010 to turn fictional writing into reality. So that's basically why Alan Wake didn't fix the situation entirely by defeating Barbara Jaeger, is he just defeated a manifestation, an avatar of the darkness. And thusly, in Alan Wake, it has produced its own avatar from scratch. The item is confirmed to have been used in 2010 to turn fictional writing into reality. See file AWE35. However, it is unclear what the restrictions and limitations of the effect are. Conclusion. The light switch is possible OOP, but the team... Object of power, by the way. But the team cannot conclusively classify the item based on secondhand accounts. Proper examination and testing is required in order to determine classification and precise effect of the item. All right, we're going to run over real quick, because there was a lot of reading just there. Save our game, look at the case board, solve the crime. I mean, technically we know who did it, but still. All right, threshold to another reality.
I need to know what information I can still trust.
Is the clicker still useful? There we go. Nightingale was already taken. Have I already put that somewhere? Yes. Okay, still can't do anything with that.
Right. The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent.
So if I make a shitty drawing of Mr. Scratch being destroyed, it doesn't need to be a quality piece of art, does it? Ooh, Tor.
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
Know anything about the clicker?
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. Definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
Oh, okay.
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, well, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
It's leading you on, that kind of thing.
I just need to change the story. The clicker can fix this, but I can't use it without Wake. Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help. Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion.
Ah,
The dark
that's the
power
trick.
of
You
the
can't
lake
just make a
will
shitty
make it
drawing.
creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place. I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem.
It won't?
I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good.
What about for evil? Think I know where this is going. Possibly to an awesome musical section involving the old gods of Asgard.
So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. wouldn't know where to start. But I'm sold.
Okay. Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back.
Oh, is this a point of
You
no
have it all figured
return
out?
thing? This is the beginning of the end game. To travel to Cauldron Lake, you need to save your game first. Exploring and traveling to other areas will be limited if you choose to continue.
I'm ready to head to Cauldron Lake now. Let's get the plan started.
Okay, here we go. We'll be there for you. What do you need from us?
I'll head to Cauldron Lake with the clicker.
Scratch will try to get you, Anderson. You'll need backup.
I can tell there's no talking you out of coming, Casey. Estevez, is there a way to get that light array to the lake?
Oh, I've got you covered, so good news there. And we'll bring our mobile containment unit. It's specially built for entities like Scratch.
And this work of art, Anderson. What's the plan for that?
I'll make some calls on the way. Just meet me at Cauldron Lake.
All right. I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.